Greetings, fellow citizens of Walt Disney World or Disneyland. I don't know where I'm at, but I do know my name is Brickey, and I'm here at Walt Disney World for the whole week to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. This is my first time ever walking through the park in the last 25 years, and in between those 25 years, I've been to Disneyland 700 times, and I have studied the park in a way that many people have not, a true Disneyland psycho. So friends, what I'm asking you to do is what we did yesterday. Take a walk around Disney World for the first time with me as I record with you my reactions and what it feels like to see this work of art for the first time after you've sort of done a lot of studying on how Disney designs its parks and know so much about Disneyland, the original inspiration for this park. And in many ways, what I find to be so rewarding about today is I'm getting to do something that Walt never did, and that is see his dream realized, see what all of this became, and understanding where they wanted to improve what I have always felt like is perfect, the layout of Disneyland, but how they were able to use extra space, extra resources to try to make a bigger, more grandiose version of the little park in Anaheim. Yesterday we did Main Street for the first time, Tomorrowland and Fantasyland. This time we're going to do the western side of the park, which means if I do this right, I will end up in Liberty Square, which is something that was going to happen in Disneyland and never did. So I'm going to get to experience it for the first time as an educated fan. And also what I found out with yesterday's video is I get to relive moments of Disneyland's history that I missed out on because a lot of those ideas are still alive here at Walt Disney World. So what do you say? Let's roll into one of the original lands. Let's go into Adventureland on the East Coast and see how different it is. If you watched yesterday's walkthrough, you learned that I am just obsessed with this big hub and how much extra space it has, how big the waterways and the green spaces are, just the transformation of how much space they have to get away from Main Street and then go over into the lands. And I'm trying to explore everything I can. You know, being from the Ohio River, growing up in Louisville, Kentucky, I have a sweet tooth for the steamships that I would hear that would go past my neighborhood each and every day. Wow, look how this wooden bridge just exists in nowhere. There's one mom and her kids coming up behind me, and I do enjoy how this waterway feels so much more like a river than a creek. And just look at all that fantastic layering. All right, let's get into actual Adventureland and see what Adventureland looks like with a little bit more space and hopefully a better system of walking through. The Disneyland one has the tunnel of death, or the turn of death, as I call it. All right, I do love how this building has that rustic aluminum, different colored panel ceiling, but it actually has the space to be a little bit removed. I'm gonna walk around the backside of these folks here and see what I can see from the other side. Oh yeah, that is, look at that. That is great. Wow, that truly does feel Adventureland-ish. And here we have that opening side facade. That is awesome. Here we have that building again with the colored window panes in there. Hey ma'am, are you from Disneyland? Do I recognize you from Disneyland too?
I don't know you.
What do you think, bud?
I love it.
It's awesome,
beautiful,
right?
right?
It's beautiful.
Huge.
All right, so my biggest takeaway is this. You get to relive a lot of Disneyland's history here because they haven't given up on some of those concepts or designs.
Yeah.
That's the part
agree.
that I'm in love with the most.
So you like it, huh?
I love it. It's all, I mean, still a bridesmaid, but I love it. It is fascinating. All right, I'm back. I'll see you later. I'm back in my loop.
Have fun.
That's my friend Anna, and Kevin. You'll meet them later. Look at all of that jungle brush. This is fascinating. That's my friend Anna, who helps me out with my Club 1313 community, and she's coincidentally out here as well for a few days. And so seeing another Disneylander, I had to say, hey bud, what are you feeling? Because I'm high right now. I'm high on the magic. Whoa, look at this. This is so good. Wow, now that's a tree house. We have this little observation deck down here. Another bridge going over. And like true jungle type settings. We do have the famous Adventureland islands of traffic flow, but it does appear that they have a little bit more space. But it looks like they did put a little bit of a turn of death in here. This little turn we have right here. And there's the Skipper Canteen. Oh, that's a cool little courtyard. That's great. See, exactly what I was just talking about with my bud. I've only ever known it as Tarzan's treehouse, so to get to see the Swiss Family Robinson this week will be fantastic. Okay, this is a lot more Adventureland. It doesn't feel quite so crowded, like a little hallway. Oh wow, that building is beautiful. That is great. I love those spires, and sort of the banister work. It looks like a ship's wheel. I'm sure there's a term for that, stern or whatever it is. One of you nautical masters is yelling at your YouTube about. This guy doesn't know anything. Hey, look at that Bills fan. Rocking a Jim Kelly jersey. Wow. I'm trying to only be like constructive critical, and even though that this is bigger, I do feel like the theming's like a little bit loose on it. Whoa, I can see Splash Mountain from here. That is different. When I'm used to it being such a linear path from Adventureland to New Orleans Square. Oh, they don't have a New Orleans Square. Then into Splash Mountain and eventually Galaxy's Edge. Oh, there's no Galaxy's Edge. Here we are on the edge of the bazaar. We have looks like an Aladdin like spinny ride in the middle. Very, very tight cut through that we'll probably just, sorry sir. We'll probably just see the backside of that. When we work our way around. All right, so this is where I'm assuming one would find a Dole Whip. I'm enjoying that roof there with the gentleman holding the fire. Oh, look at the little spooky eyes staring at us. Wow, this is massive. Oh, I am loving that horned animal up there. I don't know what kind of elk or I'm not familiar with those Tiki parts and what kind of horned animal they have there, but I'm also loving this Tiki gentlemen that are holding up the rooftop. And then we have this spinner ride here in the middle. This is the Enchanted Tiki Room. Wow, look at the size of that tower. And I am loving that flower decoration there. All right, so what do we have down these stairs over here? What do we have down here? Ah, the Jungle Cruise. I see. I see it's roped off. But look at that. They have an observation area down there. Oh, this is really wide. Once again, this is kind of similar to the original boat launch for the Jungle Cruise, so I'm getting to see something that I missed out on, and I have studied and researched. That was a very, very cool Adventureland, and I'm going to assume with no New Orleans Square that Pirates of the Caribbean is annexed into part of their Adventureland, which would make sense. It's adventurous. I can't get enough of that tower there. That is great for their Enchanted Tiki room. All right, I see Frontierland on the horizon. All right, we are on the edge of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh yeah, look at this. So many different little like areas where, you know, the cast members come and go. And obviously I would never ever consider filming off stage or trying to grant access, but I do love seeing how far us as guests are allowed to go. I can hear the hum of the Jungle Cruise boats over there. And then here we have the outdoor queue for Pirates with this little tower here, this clock tower, sort of looming over the edge of Adventureland. Oh, look how long that roof system is there that wraps all the way around to the back of this little, I'm assuming this would be a cast member meet and greet, where you would probably see characters up on the stage or a performance stage. Very interesting to have the space to do these type of things. And then we look back at Pirates. Definitely no New Orleans Square, but it fits in Adventureland. I approve. Oh wow, I like those doors. Those are really cool. Here we have a little tavern on the edge with looks like a decent little courtyard beneath. Barbecued pork sandwich. Fake upstairs where I can see all kinds of lighting rigs for evening projections. Oh, I see a little courtyard. I wasn't going to go in, but I have sworn an oath to explore every little courtyard. Oh yeah, this is cute. This is reminding me of the courtyard of the Angels that was annexed as part of Club 33. Oh yeah, this is great. These are the spots that I live for. I know, I'm a psycho. All right. It looks like we are officially ready to knock out another land as we head into Frontierland. But first, let's look back at Adventureland. This extra large version with a lot more walking space in between, a lot more buildings and facades. I mean, I'm gonna say they went a little bit light on the detailing the decor, but now it's time to go into Frontierland, which I'm gonna assume real quick, if Pirates was part of Adventureland, then that means the Haunted Mansion is gonna be a part of Frontierland, or maybe the edge of Liberty Square. I always take a lot of pride in being well researched for my videos. I purposely came here only knowing what I know because I thought it would be fun to explore it for the first time with each and every one of you. And once again, finding another one of these cool little nooks, these little hangout spots. And because it is early on a Sunday morning and I'm giving up football for this, which isn't a joke, I adore football, favorite time of the year. But it is pretty quiet and these spots aren't being used. And then over here, as we look back into Adventureland, we have this interesting little nook once again. Oh, I could just imagine myself sitting on these stairs at like 11 o'clock, hanging out with some buds, right next to the old Golden Oak outpost, just waiting for a cast member to say, "We're closing it up, bud." Oh! A cavalcade. There's Mickey in his 90th celebrational outfit. All right, we have a cafe here. So I'm curious, is this going to be an edge of the park? Like, is this where the parade starts? Or is there more for me to explore in this direction? All right, let's spin back around and look at Pico Spill. Oh, Pico Spill, okay. Interesting. If I'm not mistaken, this is going to be, a similar name of this was going to be what the Golden Horseshoe was going to be called. Ready to play. All right, so here we are on the edge of Splash Mountain, and as I predicted, yes, this is a dead space where this would be where their parade route, I guess, comes and goes. It's cool that we can't see around the turn, but here we see their version of Splash Mountain, which I know a lot of people are crying that if this becomes Princess and the Frog, it doesn't fit with Frontierland, but I don't know. I'm not seeing a major conflict here. This version of Frontierland already doesn't feel super Frontierlandish to me. All right, let's go down this way a bit and then we'll backtrack around. There's like a little hidden dining area down there, which is very cool. Yeah, this is a big eating establishment. I'm going to change the plans. I'm going to backtrack this way because that cavalcade is super loud. And one thing I've noticed is they let the music play a little bit longer here. Here we have the boats. Oh, that's the Rivers of America. Yes, that's a Rivers of America, friends. Oh, just saw my first log where you sit next to your bud instead of behind one another. That's cool. Yeah, look at that. That is a way more social version of Splash Mountain. Here's Dad gonna rip the pic of the other half of the family coming down the hill. There we go. Oh, that's fascinating. They just went underneath us. Was just like the other version of Splash Mountain where the guests go underneath the walkway. Now this is interesting. Feels a little like squashed or squished. Here we have this cool multi-layer dining area, and then I guess okay, so this big thunder is going to probably be another dead end. Here's where they have the free yellow backpack. Just show up and grab whichever one you want. All right, so we have, this is just Splash Mountain. Yeah, that's just Splash Mountain. All right, we're starting to feel a little bit more crowded here. Or maybe it's just that I'm by the thrill rides that have a little bit more of a demand. Here's their Big Thunder, which what I'm finding interesting is how I've yet to really see the mountain. It's very hidden. There she is. There she is back there looking beautiful.
Yeah, that one's not. Remember that one's slower?
Yeah, definitely a little bit hidden back there. So this is the exit. I'm gonna walk as far as I can. I want to see this.
And then we went sideways in a circle.
Ooh. You know, when you're allowed to get this close to it, it starts to feel a lot smaller. That is interesting. All right. Now back into the type of stuff that I enjoy. This little outpost that I'm on here. How do I get to that bridge? Oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is awesome. All right, there's Frontierland proper, like the downtown version of Frontierland. We have another little hangout. Yeah, a little picnic area there over these perfectly trimmed bushes. Yeah, this is great. But I'm noticing that bridge is so low, there's no way you could do a boat through there. So what am I looking at? I'm so confused as to where their version of the Mark Twain would rip. All right, let's head back into Frontierland proper. I try to be positive. Don't want to be rude as a visitor. But that mountain does feel a little bit smaller and a little bit harder to see. Whereas it went really big on the West Coast and made the mountain such a prominent part
Drinks are good.
of the skyline. Right, it's definitely getting a bit crowded in here. So we just came over that bridge. We're going to take the lower one now and get another view of Splash Mountain. As well as this. Okay, now I think I know what I'm seeing. I think I figured it out. Ah, well played, Disney. That bridge that I saw, there's way more, yes, there's way more water over to the left of it. So the bridge is only connecting that little island with the main island there. All right. I was like, where does the boat go if that bridge is there? That's a very low setting bridge. Wow. I want to try to get the center view here if we can. There we go. Here comes another cavalcade. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to let the cavalcade pass so that the video doesn't get taken down. I'm going to enjoy the vibes for a second, but I'll be back to continue Frontierland, and then we'll move our way over to Liberty Square, which is the part of the park I've been wanting to see the most. And back from the edge of what I'm going to refer to as Fowler's Harbor East. The one thing I'm noticing here, when the cavalcade comes by, the music is very, very loud, and it doesn't just cut off right when the cavalcade goes by. They like let it go on for a good 5 minutes afterwards, kind of creating that party atmosphere, which is very different because at Disneyland it like just as soon as the float goes past you, the music is gone. So it's cool to see them go for the party vibe. Makes this a little bit harder, but I can always take a pause so that everybody else can have a good time. Let's hit up the rest of Frontierland and then get to see what I'm most excited about, Liberty Square, which is something that never quite materialized out on the West Coast. Right here we have the saloon. So this runs all the way back to the corner. That is a big establishment. All right, so we definitely have the Frontierland vibe. We have the wooden plank sidewalks that I love so much. You guys know that I have custom-made Nikes that have spurs in the back of them so that I can get that authentic cowboy walk. And then over here, there is that outer private walkway where you can walk on the edge of the water. It just doesn't seem to have a dining area. Oh, here comes the boat. Here's my first time seeing the boat. This is big for me. All right, cool. So there it is. There's Fowler's Harbor East. in all its glory. All right, so the boat hasn't taken off yet. Definitely interesting for it to not be the Mark Twain, which is my favorite. That's cool though. Cool to see the riverboat come through here. All right, now this is, okay, now I'm understanding. This is how you're supposed to see Big Thunder Mountain. This is where it was designed for. I was standing too close to it. Like when you walk up on the Empire State Building, you're like, it's not that big of a deal. Then you go to the other side of Manhattan, you go, yeah, it's a pretty big deal. So I'm now understanding that this is how Big Thunder was designed to see. And now it makes so much more sense. Hey, that's a good looking rock. Here we go. The boat is taking off slowly but surely towards us. Love that sound. Excuse me, ma'am. That is the sound of my childhood there. I do love this walkway. This is another favorite spot. This walkway is great. Really, really enjoying this. All right, here comes the Liberty Belle. I love that name. The boat that would go past my house was called the Belle of Louisville. Actually, I'm such a little hillbilly. We had our like senior dance on it. Yeah, that's great. This makes me happy. Pretty light attendance on the Liberty Belle. It seems like since Disneyland reopened, the Mark Twain is more popular than ever. Yeah. Nothing makes me happier. All right. We've missed some Frontierland. Aha.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Little country bear jamboree. That's something I'm going to have to do while I'm here this week. Only ever knowing our country bear jamboree as Winnie the Pooh and Critter Country. That is awesome. Little bit of a clash there, seeing those two. And then earlier in today's video, that is that little breezeway that I had noticed that looked pretty tight. All right. We are working our way around what I'm going to assume is the edge of... Oh, we got a shooting arcade. You know me, I love a good shooting arcade. Seems to be desolate. Oh yeah. Is it off? Oh, don't. Don't look like I'm gonna do much shooting, my lady. That's not gonna happen. I get it. It's different times. Oh, I believe I've just caught my first look at the Walt Disney World version of the Haunted Mansion. But first, look at this. We have the edge of Frontierland. Only one side, and now it blends over into colonial America. This would predate Main Street USA. The Diamond Horseshoe. Whoa, sounds luxurious. That's great. And then here we have the Liberty Tree Tavern. Oh yeah, look, Nook. Breaking Nook. Oh, that's so good. Liberty Tree Tavern. All right, much like I've declared, I need to do a standalone video on the hub. I've got to do a deep dive on the design of Liberty Square. This is so great. Ye Old Christmas Shop. I love Christmas. That's awesome. Uh-oh, how many flags do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is there 13 if we minus the American flag for the 13 original colonies? Hey, this is great. This is so good. What's back here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this little hidden... Can I loop around here? Oh, wow. That is fantastic. We have this little gazebo here. Baby gazebo. Okay. Sick. Exit only. Exit only to the other side. Can I? We'll just break the rules this one time. Aha! This is that bridge that I love so much that I was on. All right, so now we're on the back side. Oh, ye old Christmas shop. Shoop. All right, go back the way that we came so that we can see it all. This is really cool. I think what I'm enjoying about this is it looks a lot like when you go into one of those old colonial towns up on the East Coast. It just, because it's fabricated by Disney and not actually historic, spoiler, it just has such a shine to it where it's pristine. Oh, I can smell the Christmas shop. Oh, Christmas shop. Oh, as soon as we part ways, that's where I'm going. Look at this. This is still the Christmas shop? Whoa, there's a sleigh. Yeah, this is awesome. Wreaths with fruit on them. I love you, Christmas shop. And I don't care who knows about it. Oh yeah, look at that. Some little hidden projection lights there. All right. As I imagined, Edge of Sleeping Beauty Castle, Sleepy Hollow refreshments. I believe if we work our way back this way, we will have seen it all. Yeah, this is great. Oh, I'm liking how tall these buildings are here. Now that we've gone over to more of like a traditional like masonry work, I see a nook. Oh yeah. Look at this. Oh! It goes all the way through. All right, we see lots of people eating, so I'm not going to go much further. Yeah, look at that guy. That guy Disney's like a champ. Look at him. On his phone. Sir? On his phone. On a rocking chair. In Liberty Square. Oh, look at the hanging light fixtures. This is heaven. Yeah. That is a Hall of Presidents. Wow. Excuse me. Some people hate the camera. Look at all of this. This is what I came for. So, Liberty Square Market. I'm going to assume that means like a food court. Whoa! Public execution and humiliation. Yeah, put that kid in there. I'll tell you one thing. The stroller vibe here is intense. This is a stroller park. Okay, we are coming around the backside. Oh yeah, this is huge. Once again, like Riverboat Terrace or like the Village House, we're just taking that building and breaking it up into so many little chunks. We have the Rivers of America to our left. All of this little compartmentalized design to our right, which really does make it feel like we're walking through an old colonial town.
What you were thinking.
Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry, Big Thunder.
Do you want to go get
I jumped the gun on you. That's a nice view. We have this lower walkway down here. Oh yeah, with that plantation style house over there. We have the harbor house. We have that bridge, covered bridge. There's the purple Disney teeth cleaning. Rumor has it, to get in the gang, they take one of your teeth. All right, here is Haunted Mansion East. Once I ride this will be my third Haunted Mansion. I'm just gonna pop right here to just get a view of it. Yeah, look at that. That is very cool. Aha! This is the edge of Fantasyland where I stopped myself. I showed amazing impulse control and knew that I had reached the end of one journey because it was where another one would begin. This is great. Friends, I have done it. I have completed my original lap of Walt Disney World 25 years after my first trip and 700 visits of Disneyland in between. It was so fun to walk around and to see all the details of this park. But the best thing is I still got 3 more parks to go. So much more adventure. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. When you do, ring the bell. I'm gonna be doing tons of live streams from Walt Disney World. I always do them from Disneyland, and I have so much coverage coming for you this week. So leave a comment below, like if you can, and thank you to my members of 1313 for making today's video and all videos this week possible and helping me make my way out to Walt Disney World for a fun week of coverage where I get to take each and every one of you along with me for the very first time. And that's special because you only get one first time. Friends, until the next time I see you dreaming and drooling inside of Liberty Square, I'll see you back here on the channel with more Walt Disney World coverage. That feels weird.